Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Nadir Suleiman and I will be telling you about Ramadan. In the Quran, Para 2, Ayah 183, Allah says, O you who believe, fasting has been decreed upon you, as it had been decreed upon those before you, so that you may attain piety. Ramadan to me is not just a month of hunger and thirst, but the experience of fasting is like none other. Ramadan for Muslims is a month of peace and blessings. We stand in solidarity with the poor and hungry and share a part of our wealth or zakat to those less fortunate than us. Fasting has indeed strengthened my willpower and purified my soul. When I fast and experience the pangs of hunger and thirst, it keeps me away from the evil of shaitan's whisperings and from sin. It teaches me discipline because I have to refrain from food that is all around me. Muslims today are too indulged in the worldly life and love to please only their desires. Ramadan is a blessing to seek forgiveness and connect to Allah alone and not to give in to our desires. All praise are due to my Creator, and I am thankful for this month of peace and tranquility. May Allah make this a blessed month for us and for the entire Ummah. May He accept us to be from amongst His beloved servants. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, his friends, his companions and his followers until the day of judgment. Ramadan Mubarak. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Simran and today I'll be delivering an important message in a form of a speech. What is Ramadan? When I ask you this question, you will answer the month of fasting. But that's not what it means. Well, it is the month of fasting, but it comes from the word ar-ramad, which means scorching heat. Ramadan is named like this because it burns the sins of the people like how scorching heat burns paper. How does Ramadan change the life of a person? Let me tell you, in the month of Ramadan, a person suddenly becomes holier than usual. A person stops watching TV, listening to music, and fighting. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu related that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, fasting is a shield, so when one of you fasts, he should not get involved in a fight. If someone attacks him, let him say, I'm fasting. A person does more good deeds in the month of Ramadan because they can increase their iman and form a stronger bond with Allah Ta'ala. Whenever Ramadan is around the corner, a person starts to prepare to wake up earlier than usual to eat sahri before sunrise. A person also starts to prepare savories for iftar at sunset. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu related that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every action a son of Adam alayhi salam does during Ramadan will be multiplied by 10 times its value up to 700 times. With the exception of fasting which belongs to Allah, and He rewards it accordingly for one abandons their desire and food for His sake. In the month of Ramadan, we shouldn't compete in who has more Eid, but in good deeds and fast. It is stated in verse 3, Surah 114, compete with each other in doing good deeds. If you have committed a lot of sins or have done something very wrong, then Ramadan is your chance to reform. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu related that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever fasts in Ramadan with faith will have his past sins forgiven. Abu Ayyub radiallahu anhu related that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said, whosoever fasts in Ramadan and the first 6 days of Shawwal, it is as if he fasted the entire year. The breath of the mouth of the one who fasts is more fragrant to Allah than the smell of perfume. Overall, Ramadan can change an impious person to pious. And don't forget to thank Allah for giving us this blessed month of Ramadan. Jazakallah.
The new moon has been sighted and thus begins the many messages on social media. TVs are switched off and in cars and homes, commercial radio stations are replaced by our very own Radio Islam, CII or such Islamic channel. Women are draped in cloaks and headscarves in malls, shops, outside schools and madrasas in a display of modesty, humility and respect for this very holy month. Masjids around our community are overflowing with people in order to reap the benefit of this month. I have been ordering the daily abstinence of fasting since the age of 6. Beginning Ramadan at an early age is good practice for when you actually have to keep all 30 of your fast. Although, at the age of 6, there are also many promises of gifts for every fast you keep. Mine was, Amara, for every fast you keep, you'll get a 10 riyal. And if you keep all your fasts, you'll get a surprise on Eid. Motivation enough for a 6-year-old. It's not just about the food. For an entire month, we have to try our best to refrain from all sorts of evil actions. That means no fighting with my little brother when he gets to eat anything in front of me, no nagging mom and dad, and being on my very best behavior. This is the ultimate test of my willpower. Instead, I read a bit of Quran and have tons of patience with a fake smile plastered on my face until I actually feel a bit calmer. So why do we do it? For me, it's a way to better myself as a person. Everyone seems calmer and happier. People everywhere recognize you as a Muslim and greet you with a friendly smile. I really and truly appreciate being part of a community where Muslims can share the spirit of Ramadan. Well, even though, according to Mum, the price of green dania goes up and Nestle cream and condensed milk becomes scarce, it's possibly the only time of the year I get to take a delicious plate of goodies to my neighbor and receive a plate in return. It seems wrong that we constantly think about food during Ramadan, but the lack of food makes it a borderline obsession. Potato milkshakes, Nutella samosas, and everything in between. Coming home to a delicious aroma of pies, spring rolls, and samosas fried doesn't help. Based on Indian Muslim culture, and in my home, dates are followed by delicious traditional food, kebabs, samosas, halim, and my favorite milkshake toast with tons of ice cream. And then, after our compulsory Ramadan prayer, comes dessert, some of which are so sweet, desserts that can put diabetes in a coma. For me, Ramadan is not a sacrifice. Yes, I must watching TV and eating whenever I can, but it's a month of fellowship and love, of giving and helping, of devotion and iman, and most importantly, being thankful for what we have been given. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Samiha and today I will be telling you about Ramadan. Ramadan, an auspicious month of the Muslim calendar, is not just about denying our bodies food and drink from dawn to dusk. No, it's about the latest trending savories, extravagant spreads at iftar, or the dozens of samosas and pies. Ramadan is actually a gift and a blessing from Allah, sort of like a time out from our all-consuming lives, giving us a chance to reconnect with our Creator. Not only do we abstain from food and drink, this month encourages us to avoid ill speech, arguments, to control our temper, and spiritually detox ourselves. It is a month in which we demonstrate our submission to Allah and keep our minds spiritually focused. It is special to us because this is the month in which the Holy Quran was revealed to our beloved Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That should therefore increase our love for and recitation of the Holy Quran. When we feel the pangs of hunger while fasting, we should remember and reflect on those less fortunate than us who feel this way every day, who do not have a lavish meal awaiting them at sunset. This is therefore a time for us as we transform ourselves, as we turn to our faith to help us become better people, to share a portion of our wealth with those less fortunate and strengthen our relationships with each other. In conclusion, Ramadan can be viewed a month-long school where graduates leave with lessons to be applied long after the month is over. Jazakallah.
Ramadan, what a beautiful time of year it is. We give charity, we fast, we pray. What makes it even more beautiful? That shaitan is locked away. We stay away from food and drink all day long in order to make our connection to Allah all the more strong.
We read Quran by day. We stand at night and pray. And being a child, I don't mind. I still get time to play.
Sometimes I get hungry, but I remember to be strong. I think about all the poor children in the world who stay hungry all year long. Ramadan is a time of peace. Ramadan is a time of mercy. Ramadan is a time where we strive to show that we are worthy.
We give up food and drink. We give up worldly pleasure. We increase in good. We always should. We strive for Jannah together.
May Allah accept your fasting, your Qiyam al-Layl and charity. May you be forgiven and be driven to live a life of piety. Tic-tac-toe, give me a high, give me a low, give me a 3 in a row. Johnny got shot by the FBI. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Would you like a piece of my chocolate?
No, Jazakallah, I am fasting today.
What does that mean?
It means I cannot eat from morning until evening.
Are you on a diet?
No, I'm staying away from food and drinks for the pleasure of Allah.
Oh, I know why. It's because it's Ramadan.
Yes, Ramadan is the most special time in the year.
But why is it so special?
Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ explained, whoever fasts in the month of Ramadan with faith, seeking Allah's pleasure, will have his past sins forgiven. So you see, Ramadan is the month of forgiveness.
Oh, I thought it's the month of Mummy's tasty samosas.
Well, yes, our mothers do make it extra special by preparing our favorite foods. You see, there are two types of happiness. One, at the time of breaking fast, and second, when you enter a special door in Jannah reserved for the fasting people.
What? There's a special door of Jannah for people who fast? Wow!
Yes, Jannah has 8 doors. Babul Rayyan is the one reserved for the fasting people.
I want to go through a special door. Me too, but isn't it hard to fast? Don't you get hungry?
In the beginning, your body may need to adjust, but Allah makes it easy.
Do you think I will manage? I am only 6 years old.
Why, yes! Many children start at your age. Why don't you give it a try?
Jazakallah for explaining it to us. Inshallah, I would like to fast tomorrow. Me too, inshallah.
Inshallah, Ameen. Allah make it easy for you both.
وما كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين.
For those who are capable of fasting and does not fast, for him is redemption. Feeding a needy man each day must. Whoever does more good will find it better for him, and that you should fast is better for you if you only know.
فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
The month of Ramadan is that which was built
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر.
The month of Ramadan is that which was revealed the Holy Quran. It's a guidance for the people in clear proof. It's a difference between right and wrong.
يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر.
So whoever sights the new moon of the month, let him fast it. And whoever is ill or on a journey, then an equal number of other days.
ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون.
Allah intends for you is and does not intend for you harm. Allah wants for you to complete the period and to glorify Allah for that to which He guided you and perhaps you will be grateful.
صدق الله العظيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Maulana Ismail Kalu from Lanesha Muslim School. We thank ITV for being here today with us. The energy level, how to maintain our energy level during the month of Ramadan. Now, first of all, we need to understand very well that people, when energy is linked to diet and nutrition, and different people have different nutritional preferences. So we are not in a position to tell people what to eat and what not to eat. People are comfortable with what they eat. So we are not going into that topic of what to eat and what not to eat. We are not discussing that. People have their own preference of what they prefer to eat. However, we are coming to the main topic of how to keep our energy level during the month of Ramadan. Energy level has to do with the mental state of the mind. To keep your energy level during the month of Ramadan going, it has to do with your mental state of your mind. Mental state of the mind will apply how you control yourself, your emotions. You bring now in values and you bring good qualities, human qualities, like sabr, controlling your anger, controlling yourself, these type of things. Once you have controlled and conquered your mind, your mental health, and your emotions, then obviously you have controlled most part of your body and most functioning of your body throughout the course of the day. So that is a very important aspect of how to keep your energy level during the month of Ramadan, the mental aspect. Secondly, we can also add that the physical aspect. The physical aspect, like reduce your speed. 100 kilometers, make it 60. Reduce your movement, reduce your anger, reduce this frustration, reduce stress, reduce all these type of things. That is good for you to keep your energy level going during the month of Ramadan. And let us also remember, energy level during the month of Ramadan can be maintained with our spiritual outlook, with our spiritual well-being, and that is how we can maintain ourselves for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all that doing can become a form of ibadah during the month of Ramadan. When we maintain our emotions, our self-control, our anger, our speed, our physical self and mental health. So inshallah, let us also remember, we may be talking about controlling energy level. There are people in other parts of the world who are undergoing suffering, war, torment, and it's very difficult for them. When we ask them this question, what answer do they have for us? Think about it. Jazakallah al-khair. We wish everyone a great Ramadan, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower His blessing on the entire ummah. Barakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Apa Nazreen Suleiman, the principal of Lenasia Muslim School. Lenasia Muslim School is situated in Lenasia, Johannesburg, Gauteng. In 1987, a very wise and esteemed man, Maulana Yahya Bam, together with other members in the community, decided to establish a school with a strong Islamic value, strong Islamic ethos. And they wanted to create an environment where Muslim children could develop, could be nurtured, so that we produce well-balanced, well-integrated learners that will become professionals in a Muslim community. It is with this strong idea of an Islamic ethos that the school was established in 1988. We have both an Islamic curriculum and a secular curriculum. It started in 1988 very small, with a roll of 189 learners and a staff complement of 8 educators. It had at that time only grades 1 to 6. Alhamdulillah, the school grew very rapidly, and at that time they were accommodated on 2 premises, at Duck Avenue and in Extension 10 Volta Street. And I'm sure you've been around our school, or you will be looking at our school, and we are currently on our new premises. We moved here in 1998, okay, and the land for this premises was donated by the Ismail family. We now have a learner roll of 1,154 learners, 68 educators, and you can say about 14 support staff. If you look at the school, on the basis of which it was started, it started off with on a very strong Islamic value base. So we encourage learners to develop to their full potential. We provide them with opportunities to get their full academic potential, whilst at the same time developing the Islamic values, their principles and practices. Hence our motto is a holistic development of the child, where we not only focus on the academic excellence of the child, but also to develop akhlaq, discipline, strong Islamic values, so that when they go out to the world, they will be able to make the right decisions and maintain the akhlaq, maintain the discipline, and give back to the Islamic community. Hence, we try and provide our learners with every opportunity to practice what they learn. And Ramadan provides us with this opportunity for them to put into practice in their daily lives what they have learned. For us, Islam is a way of life. We try and inculcate it in every action of ours. However, Ramadan is a very special month for our educators and our learners. And in Ramadan, if you look at our akhlaq program, it is intensified during the month of Ramadan. We start our day by reciting the first juz of the day of Ramadan. Our assemblies are dedicated to addressing issues about the virtues of fasting, reciting the Holy Quran constantly, the benefits of zikr, the benefits of fasting. All our programs, our secular programs, also integrate Ramadan. For example, life skills. We bring in the Ramadan lessons in the life skills. Life orientation, we integrate. And if you look at creative arts, you'll find that a number of our learners are busy drawing the mosques, pictures, and so forth. So the month of Ramadan is actually very vibrant at our school. You will see it displayed in the corridors, you will hear it in the learners when they're speaking, you will hear it in the assemblies, you will hear it over the intercoms. It's a very vibrant month. Alhamdulillah, with our du'as and with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the challenges in the month of Ramadan aren't as many, just the normal. But the one, I can mention one particular challenge. You see, in the month of Ramadan, we shorten the day out of compassion for our teachers and our learners. By shortening the day, we create opportunities for our learners to have time for zikr, time for ibadah, time for relaxing, time for preparing for ibadah. Our teachers also, they appreciate that. But then this poses the one challenge in Ramadan, which is to make up for the lost time in terms of completing the curricula. But alhamdulillah, we've never come short over all these years. With the blessings and guidance of subhanahu wa ta'ala, we managed to cope with extra classes and catch-up programs in the class. That if you looked at our children, they're nothing short of energy. But it's no doubt, it does take its toll on young children. So in order to ensure that they maintain the energy levels, we at the school, we narrate stories to them about the sunnahs that our Nabi Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam practiced upon, such as good eating habits during iftar and at times of suhoor. We cut down on homework during the time of Ramadan so that the learners can go to bed on time, spend time on zikr, namaz, etc., tarawih, etc. We also, on the sporting activities, we cut down. We advise them to stay away from strenuous activities. We encourage them that because we're dismissing early, take that brief siesta, as soon as they get home, to keep the energy levels. Also healthy foods, eating healthy foods. And most of all is the ibadah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala never ever gives us anything that we cannot cope with. So when we are feeling down, when we are feeling tired, go into zikr. Okay? And that's the easiest way to maintain your energy, maintain your spiritual levels, the emotional levels. And it is not tiring as well. Let us do whatever we can to reap the rewards that our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised to bestow upon us in this holy month of Ramadan. I wish all the viewers everything of the best. May Allah grant their du'as, accept their efforts, and may Allah shower His mercy and blessings on the ummah of our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To the ITV network, I'd like to say thank you for having chosen our school to be part of your Ramadan program. Jazakumullah. I hope, viewers, that you enjoy this segment, our segment, the Lenasia Muslim School segment, added to the Ramadan program. Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Appa Nurain Ghafoor. I am an educator at Lenasia Muslim School. Ramadan is a beautiful month. We as educators create a calm and peaceful atmosphere. We turn a challenging month into a rewarding one. Many of our learners come very tired to school during this month because once they get up for Sehri, they do not go back to bed. They are tired, hungry, grumpy, and a lot of them only want to talk about what they're going to eat when they break their fast. We as educators are more understanding. I have a lot of patience with them. It is a chance to get closer to Allah and to become more compassionate to those in need. Ramadan is more tasking on us as educators. We have to be more mentally and physically prepared to deal with home and school challenges. But Alhamdulillah, Allah has put a lot of barakat in our time and thus making our task easier. On behalf of all of us at LMS Muslim School, we would like to wish one and all a spiritually uplifting month of Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem to all.
Over the years, we've learned a lot of new aspects that can be introduced in Ramadan. And if I can highlight one important aspect that has been introduced in recent times, we have our younger children. We have our program for our younger children where we allow them to have little skits, we allow them to have poems, we allow them to have any demonstration illustrating the importance of Ramadan. And they come up with some ingenious ideas. And we found that the impact of Ramadan has not only impacted on our kids, we have support staff here previously that have been non-Muslim, but by just observing what we do, they have actually reverted to Islam. We've had many workers here that has happened. And I think that doesn't just come with the actions, it also comes with the mood. It also comes with the feeling that we experience during this holy month. Okay, as far as our beloved parents go, I think the important message to you is that you must continue motivating these kids, making them realize that it's not only about good food, it's not only about getting up for sahur, it's also having an inner change. And if we as parents are a good example to these kids, Ramadan will become a beautiful event in every child's life. And yes, as far as Eid goes, I as a parent will encourage other parents to make sure that the parents emphasize the importance of Eid, not only in the splendor of good food and good clothing, but the spirit of muhabbat and getting together and spending time with family and making them understand that Ramadan has brought upon us a degree of unity and love. Love for our beloved Creator, love for our beloved Prophet ﷺ, and love for our beloved and respected family members as well. So let's look forward, let's have a nice Ramadan, let's enjoy Ramadan, and let's have a beautiful Eid, inshallah. Shukran.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan.
O one who sleeps, stand up and declare the oneness of Allah, oneness of Allah. O one who fasts, stand up in prayer at night, and Allah will forgive, Allah will forgive.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan.
O one who sleeps, stand up and declare the oneness of Allah, oneness of Allah. O one who fasts, stand up in prayer at night, and Allah will forgive, Allah will forgive.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan.
O you who believe, give charity for the pleasure of Allah, pleasure of Allah. O you who believe, read the Quran every night of Ramadan, night of Ramadan.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the
Look out for the night, most blessed of all nights, blessed of all nights. Oh, you who believe, take hold of this night and lament to Allah, lament to Allah.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan.
Oh, you who believe, at the end of Ramadan, don't weaken your iman, don't weaken your iman. Oh, you who believe, give thanks to Allah for the month of Ramadan, month of Ramadan.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, O month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. It is Ramadan.
Welcome, O Ramadan. You are honored, a month of the Quran. It is Ramadan. It is Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sumaya Hurzuk. Ramadan Mubarak to all of you, especially my mommy and my daddy.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusaira. Ramadan Mubarak. I hope you had a wonderful Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Isa Mullah. Ramadan Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amina Chinara. Ramadan Mubarak to all.
Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Fatima Zahra Ibrahim from Lenasia Muslim School. May Allah accept yours and our fasting. Eid Mubarak.
We are one, one, one. Oh, we are one, one, one. We fast and pray and smile.